Yo, 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 yo.
Yo, 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 yo.
Stacks. Well, let me fix this light. I'm gonna get you some more light.
That case. My men out there, get your daily multivitamin in.
Absolutely.
You need these. I personally take the gummies. Is this gummies?
Nah, it's the real shit.
Oh shit. Matter of fact,
I need to fucking take more of them.
I'm gonna take. How many is it a day? Let me check. Y'all see me doing it. Distributed. Come on. What you got? All right, well, I'm gonna start with one. I'm doing it on camera. Get on your multivitamin, my men, and get in that gym. Get that testosterone moving. Squats from the legs. Get your testosterone. We don't want erectile dysfunction. You need to get your testosterone up. Get your legs, squats, deadlifts. Essential. Now you can take the gummy route, like me. It's not because I'm soft. It just tastes better. Yes, sir. And they see my skin is fresher because I don't drink no more. Everyone's been complimenting me like, yo, your skin looks fucking. You look
Alcohol be tearing you up.
Yeah.
Real. All right, you ready?
Yeah. Depression.
What up, what up, what up, Night Nation? It's your boy, Stevie Knight. About to get on one of these things, you feel me?
Yes, sir. Man, it's your boy Dax, and we back at it like a bad habit. If you want something in this life, you better go grab it today, baby. We finna make a big play.
Yeah, real big play.
I get
Real
lost
big play.
inside my brain.
You know what I'm saying? I've already heard the song.
Hey,
It's fucking hard as shit. I had to call him. I was like, bro, I want to jump on the reaction to this bitch now. He's like, no, hold up, wait for me. So
you had to wait till I came back in town.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, go ahead.
Yeah, man. The song's called Depression. Very deep, personal song. I'm excited for us to break it down and really commit surgery on this thing right here. Not a lot of things get broken down like this. We're about to really fuck the game up.
Let's do it.
It's my nice shirt. You see the shirts we got on? Hey, y'all go get these shirts.
I'm a masculinist. We all should be, man. I was about to goddamn. Never mind. Never mind. Let's peep this shit.
I've been working on my traps.
I see the bitches goddamn.
I just started adding them after every set of something. I was like, these really don't get sore.
Yeah.
So I just, after every set I do something, I just.
They can take a lot of wear and tear. Bro.
Right. So yeah, that's why I really like this shot. Hey, by the way, if you've seen this right now, go drop a like and a comment on the video and show some love. Music.
Absolutely.
Days. Yeah, let's do it. Green screen, so we're in the
This beat is hard, bro. He made this one too.
I can't find myself. I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help.
I caught that bitch.
But I push
I caught that bitch, dog. Oh.
I can't find myself. I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help. But I pushed all them away. I took the cards they dealt. And there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself,
What is the water?
I just pray for brighter days.
It was a water tank. I have water in a lot of my videos. They say about whatever, it's like 80% of the world or whatever is water. Our body is mostly water. We drink in water right now. Water symbolizes
Everything,
life, purity. Yeah. So I just like having water really present in a lot of my stuff. A lot of my videos I'm getting poured on with water. So I like water.
Does it represent like any of the depression shit too? You know how you drown in depression and shit? They're like the water's like
it's almost like drowning, especially for the Truman Show reference. They say in life, don't learn to get through the storm, learn to dance in the rain.
Hard.
Something like that.
Adapt.
Damn.
rewind back to the beat drop, dog.
I can't find myself. I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help, but I pushed all them away. I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself, I just pray for brighter days. Sometimes I sit and I reminisce about the good times. Wish I could get those back. I keep on running these races that go in my mind, and they go on these tracks. I'm not ready to erase all my memories. I fight depression and I let it get the best of me. Now there's nowhere to run, nowhere to go. Look around, there's liquor bottles all on the floor, filling up the space inside my heart and my home, drowning out these thoughts until they leave me alone. I can't find myself. I get lost in.
Boy, the bottle up.
Right, because so it's the lyrics. I said, drowning out these thoughts until they leave me alone. And Dear Alcohol, I said, I got wasted because I didn't want to deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned.
In the drink.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would say that the main focus on this song is the thoughts. There's 3 verses, but each verse is centered around the thoughts. The first verse is sort of about the memories he doesn't want to erase. The second verse leads to these thoughts are draining my energy.
Yeah.
And then he goes through it. And then the third verse is, should I drown all these thoughts or should I leave them to float?
Yeah.
So it's almost like a continuation from Dear Alcohol. It's like, okay, well, you're no longer drowning your thoughts, so now you're forced to deal with them.
Yeah.
Depression.
Was the Dear Alcohol and depression connection intentional or just happened that way?
It wasn't. What happened was I wrote Dear Alcohol and I stopped drinking. I was sober for a complete 4 months, and then I was at this place. I had some tequila. Listen, I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I don't drink consistently now.
Yeah.
I had a little tequila with it, but I went 4 months completely sober. And during those 4 months, I felt like it was a renewal. And even now that I don't drink now, where I was now no longer drowning thoughts. So it was just like, damn, I feel like, because back in the day, if I would feel some type of way, I would just have some alcohol. You know what I mean? But now it's like I'm forced to deal with them in real time. So I started writing this song about 3-4 months around that time.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever I write a song, I don't choose the name until the song's done.
Yeah.
I just write it and whatever it is, and I make a name, and that one just made sense for this. And I was like, that makes sense because I'm no longer escaping these thoughts. So now I'm feeling that up and down again.
Could you see yourself about to be depressed, or you had like?
I've never been a big fan of the word depression as a whole. I've been depressed at certain times in life. When I was at the University of Montana, actually, I went to therapy. It was like a whole semester. And I forgot about it too.
Yeah.
But I just recently remembered that it was part of this like athlete thing, and I was seeing like a guy like once a week.
Yeah.
So it sort of all came back. But I've definitely had like, times where, but I've never been like clinically diagnosed.
I mean, I was thinking more along the lines of like the inspiration behind the song too. Is this more to like?
Yeah, the inspiration behind the song is how I feel.
Yeah. But during that time in your life, like after drinking alcohol or quitting alcohol, or is this just something you always wanted to, make a song about?
This was how I was feeling once I stopped drinking.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I was like, okay, what am I gonna do with this space where I used to just like this was included?
Yeah. So then I'm trying to find out, because the blend, the connection between the alcohol and depression is like perfect. But it's just because you're just talking about how you sat during those times.
And it's weird because a lot of stuff in my life has always been like that. Like even this music video, in my song Apocalypse, I said feels like a movie, and I'm just a person they're watching at home on an evening show. So it feels like it's Truman, and I'm just a person they're watching at home on an evening show.
Yeah.
And then I made this song, and I just called Logan, he directed it. I was like, "Yo, Truman Show." And then he was like, wow, that makes so much sense for the song.
Yeah.
So everything just seems to connect with what I do, whether I try to or not.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's not, but it's divine,
Yeah.
And then I let it get the best of me. Now there's nowhere to run, nowhere to go. Look around, there's liquor bottles all on the floor, filling up the space inside my heart and my home, drowning out these thoughts until they leave me alone. I can't find myself. I I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help.
It's catchy as shit.
But I pushed all them away. I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself, I just pray for brighter days. These thoughts are draining all my energy. I try to tell them the God, they said I'm going insane, and then they recommended therapy. And I go and talk to a man who's getting paid to explain. He started saying that the chemical imbalance is the reason that my brain ain't connecting to accomplishments associated with moving on in life and past the things that my heart cannot contain. So the happiness won't sustain. And he read me my options. He said, here goes a pill, only take 2 to eat a meal, and it'll numb how I feel. I can't find myself.
The craziest thing about this song is that, like, the end of the first and second verse were not written for months. I just had them as open gaps. I didn't know what I wanted to put there.
Yeah.
Because I felt like the story was still being written.
Yeah.
And I had no end to the story at that point because there was just, like, no answer to how, like, what was going on. So I was like...
You was living it.
Not at that point when I wrote this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, like, I just left it open-ended because I don't take pills.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I just ended up leaving it open-ended and just let that shit repeat. I'm how I feel, I'm how I feel, I'm how I feel.
That's hard, though. That's my favorite part in the goddamn song, dog. Like, sonically, if that's the right word to use, just how it sounds. That shit's hard.
And he read me my options. He said, here goes a pill, only take 2 to eat a meal, and it'll numb how I feel. I can't find myself. I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help, but I pushed all them away. I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by my...
Have you seen Cabin in the Woods, too? You seen that?
It's a movie?
Yeah, it's kind of like... It's got the Truman Show feel to it, but no, it's a scary movie, but it's the same concept. Like, they try to set people up, and the intent behind it is to, like, get them killed in certain ways, and the audience, like, applauds it or whatever. But, like, it's essentially the same thing. They print on your downfall. They want to see you get hooked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then there was a couple people, they were like, this ain't right.
Yeah,
like, something's wrong with this, you know? And I feel like there's people like that in society, too, where they're like, yo, this isn't cool.
Yeah.
And some people are like,
yeah. The majority of them out here applaud motherfuckers' downfall.
And it's really like, I feel like reality TV really changed the world.
Yeah.
You know, I think, I don't know when reality TV was introduced. You know, before it was like just sitcoms and
like
stuff.
The Real World and shit and MTV, that's probably the only ones I can recall. But like all this Housewives and keeping up with the Kardashians and all that. Yeah, that shit
I think that was a real big shift in the world as well.
Yeah.
I just pray for brighter days. Should I drown all these thoughts or should I leave them to float? I've got all of my flaws living inside of this boat. I've been anchored in pain.
Should I drown all my
thoughts or should I leave them to float?
Drown them all means get rid of them and letting them afloat. And then
It's like keep
fucking with me.
Right.
Yeah.
Brighter days.
I was living inside of this boat.
Yeah.
You know? I've been anchored in pain. The weight is making me choke. It's getting harder to breathe. It's pulling right at my throat. So we still got the bars in it now. Let's not fuck around now. Come on now. Come on. You still got to look, you know. Don't play with me.
That shit ain't going nowhere.
Right.
And there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself, I just pray for brighter days. Should I drown all these thoughts or should I leave them to float? I've got all of my flaws living inside of this boat. I've been anchored in pain, the weight is making me choke. It's getting harder to breathe, it's pulling right at my throat. I've been hoping for change but don't know how to restart. They say you ain't a man when you exposing your heart. Then they say you insane until it tears you apart. And then it cuts you so deep and they can tell by the scars. We can only see change when we accept who we are. Try to run from this.
Because you got all these bars in this movie.
What do you say? What do you say? That man, what do you say? He said
so deep. That's why you see all these scars.
Ooh, and, so he said, they say you ain't a man when you exposing your heart.
Yep.
Then they say you insane until it tears you apart. And then it cuts you so deep, and they can tell by those scars.
Bro.
I like that though, the visual of that.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you're crazy, and then it tears you so deep, and it comes back as a scab.
Yep.
So they can tell that you're fucked up by the scar.
That they was clowning you going through the process.
Right.
Like, you wasn't worried about me until you see the end result. Now something wrong with me because you clearly see the shit.
Right.
Yeah.
I really like that shit. He said we can only see change when we accept who we are.
Yep.
Try to run from the shame. You will never get far.
It's a fact. That shit back.
I've got all of my flaws living inside of this boat. I've been anchored in pain, the weight is making me choke. It's getting harder to breathe, it's pulling right at my throat. I've been hoping for
so what happened was, he's like,
I've got all of my flaws living inside of this boat. I've been anchored in pain, the weight is making me choke. It's getting harder to breathe, it's pulling right at my throat. I've been hoping for change, but don't know how to restart. They say you ain't a man when you exposing your heart. Then they say you insane until it tears you apart. And then it cuts you so deep and they can tell by the scars. We can only see change when we accept who we are. Try to run from the shame and you won't never get far. Don't you bottle the pain and live your life in the dark. You're meant to break from those chains and shine as bright as a star. Don't you ever tell yourself that your depression is the reason you won't make it, or that happiness is not in your cards. Without God, you can beat all the odds. Keep your faith in your name.
Bro, they gotta say you gotta hear that shit again, dog.
You apart and
it's gonna help motherfuckers who's going through this shit, bro.
And it cuts you so.
I try to give some hope at the end. You know what I mean? Like brighter. You know, there's still like, I don't want to keep it like, it's not a sad song.
It's
deep.
inspirational.
It's right. It's like an inspirational, motivational thing. Like, you know, I didn't want to. Like, I understand like making sad songs and stuff, but like I still want there to be some hope in there.
Yeah, you don't want to have them fucking sitting there sad.
Right. By that third verse, you're gonna feel some type of way. You might be on the verge of tears by that third verse, but then that he brings it in with the happiness and all this stuff like that. I speak in third person. I just do that. Some people keep asking like, why do you always speak like that?
Well, you talking about the video?
Right. I'm talking about him, so I'm saying he isn't him. You know, the man.
I get it.
Him,
I get
you
it.
know?
I get it. And this song is hard too. It's boppy, bro. Like it make you want to move. I can't remember last time I heard a fucking depression song that made me want to goddamn dance.
Right.
That's a whole double in it.
Yeah, I think this one has a little bit more jump to it than Dear Alcohol.
Yeah,
it's more like
it's boppy, bro. The beat is hard as fuck.
Exposing your heart, then they say you insane until it tears you apart, and then it cuts you so deep and they can tell by the scars. We can only see change when we accept who we are. Try to run from the shame and you won't never get far. Don't you bottle the pain and live your life in the dark. You're meant to break from those chains and shine as bright as a star. Don't you ever tell yourself that your depression is the reason you won't make it, or that happiness is not in your cards. Without God, you can beat all the odds. Keep your faith and you'll never be lost, and say I can't find myself. I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help. I think I might.
But I show. So it's like, so he finally leaves the crib, and they've been telling him his whole life not to go to the water because he's on this reality show, but he doesn't know like it's because if he goes there, he'll find out it's not real.
Yeah.
So he finally goes. He's escaping. He's like, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. And they're like, nah, we got to stop him. So they throw the storm on there. And now it's pouring on him.
Yeah. I've never seen the Truman Show.
You gotta watch it. One of the greatest movies of all time. Shout out to
Jim
Jim Carrey, right?
Yeah.
Man.
That's like one of his first serious like acting roles too, wasn't it?
There was a bunch before. There's a Mask. I think Dumb and Dumber was before that. I'm not
like serious acting.
Oh, when it was like time. Oh,
Truman Show's not a comedy, right?
Right. It wasn't a comedy.
Yeah, it's like a serious.
Right. There was a stint when he just kept getting comedy roles, right?
Yeah. That's what he's known for. He was a comedian initially.
Right.
Pushed up, never no way. I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself, I just pray for a brighter day.
That veil, what's behind that veil?
That's hard, bro.
You wanna know what's behind that veil?
Y'all killed the video.
Dystopia is behind that veil.
It's a fact. Is this gonna lead into the next video or what?
Hey.
That was tough, bro.
Thank you.
The director killed that shit, man.
Logan's amazing, man. Logan Mice.
But who directed it for the most part? Like not directed it, but like, did you tell him what you wanted it to look like?
Yeah, so I usually come up with like I was like, yo, let's do Truman Show, and I want to have the part where I escape and get to the water.
Yeah.
But in terms of like all the scenes. That's Logan.
Yeah.
Because I don't got that vision like that.
Nah, that was tough,
Yeah, that's
bro.
crazy.
That was tough, dog. I
Took 3 days.
I'm fucking glad I'm glad as hell you fucking taking this lane, bro.
Thank you.
I know you are too, but.
Right. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's not it's like I said, like my biggest songs are all deep songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I have a bunch of singing songs. My heart hurts, my views. The list goes on. I think
Bars, singing, hooks and
Right.
shit, bro. Messages, dog. That shit.
But this is this is my first time ever dropping like singing songs as singles.
Yeah.
I've never done that before.
Yeah.
So it's nice. It's fun. I think the message hits differently when it's like melodic because it's something they remember a lot.
It resonates a lot more with you.
Right.
And your audience is a whole lot broader too. You ain't got just the hip hop heads. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot more different fans now from Dear Alcohol and shit, huh?
Yeah, it's been really nice. It's just people all age, all walks, all creeds, all.
It's gonna be dope. It's gonna because it reminds me of like, because a lot of people's first time listening to you is gonna be this. So they're not gonna know what the fuck your ass.
Right,
doing
and
as
they
a
find
rapper.
out. That's why I said it's crazy that Joker's going viral on like TikTok right now. 'Cause people are like, wait, this. They're like, what?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. How does dude make that and then make that?
Yeah, bro.
So yeah, it's cool. It's definitely a cool dynamic.
Yeah, that's hard, bro. Versatility, man. Well, yeah, y'all go fucking check out the original video. I'll leave a link to this one, original video, in the description box, man. Go show this shit some love, as I know y'all are going to do.
Go grab a tea.
Hell yeah. Links for that shit in the description box below, too. I'm going to send you some shit, so I'm going to send you.
Yeah.
I got a couple fucking different variations of that.
Yeah, that shit's fire.
Yeah. And they got all the fucking shit on the back, too. You seen the shit on the back?
I haven't. I saw them, but I haven't read each one yet.
Read it.
Can I read it out loud?
Yeah, read it out loud.
Men have the highest rate of or unaliving. I'm not sure what YouTube be doing. I'm gonna say that again. Men have the highest rate of unaliving themselves. 70% of homeless are men. 75% of homicide victims are men. 93% of prisoners are men. 92% of work-related unalives are men. Men receive harsher punishment than women for the same crimes. Divorce court favors women. Paternity court favors women. Only men are victims of paternity fraud. Society ignores men's mental health. The list goes on. We need men's rights advocates. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's what masculineness means. Men's right advocate.
Oh. Hey.
Yeah, bro.
Stand.
Yeah, bro. Well, shit, man. You got anything else for him?
Man, just, if you need someone to talk to, I also put a link in the description for a line people can call. I'm always here. I do my best to respond to people, but obviously I'm one man.
Yeah.
But I hope the music can also help people, because I think it is good to know. It's nice to be able to have, because music is a soundtrack to your life. So when you have music that can accurately depict how you're feeling in a certain situation, it's easier to get through it. So I'm not going to say these songs cure people's problems, but I think they can be a part of the recipe in the process. But, talk to someone, go seek help. There's, all these types of things that I want to make sure I'm advocating for as well. So there's a link in the description for
I'll leave the link for that shit in this one too, man. For fucking
a number to call and text.
Yeah. But like always, bro, you always kill it, man. Dope shit.
Oh my God.
Dope shit. And that's all I got.
Yes, sir.
I'm out.